What is the great work of the 21st century?
Well, the term great work comes from Thomas Berry. And Tom Berry was one of my heroes. I was privileged enough to get to know him in the last couple of decades of his life. And the way Thomas Berry defines the term great work, it's nothing that a generation ever asks to be done. It's in fact thrust upon that generation. And so the great work of the 21st century is, for us, is rather simple. It's kind of the same work that emergency workers in a hospital have to do to stabilize the vital signs of a victim of a heart attack or car accident. And it's the work of stabilizing, in our case, carbon emissions, and then eventually nitrogen flows, and then stabilizing the fabric of life on the planet itself. This is the emergency condition of humanity and Earth in the 21st century. So our great work is, first of all, to make the transition as rapidly as possible, the sense of kind of global emergency, from carbon fuels to efficiency first and sunlight second, and do it in a way that's fair and decent. And if we don't do that, there will be no other work to be done.
You know, I know you're a teacher and you've been a teacher for years, and you're at CCAC now in San Francisco, or CCA as they like to call it. And we'd like to know what you think is needed in the education of designers now.
Well, I think it's headed in a good way, but not necessarily at CCA yet. But they're rattling around. I've been there 10 years, more than 10 years, 12 years. Eek. Anyway, that biomimicry is where it's going.
The industrial design, you mean?
Yes. So instead of being industrially based, it's going to be based on natural systems. And the way nature works, like the carbon is a cycle. It goes around and comes back up again. There's a water cycle. It evaporates, and then it comes down as rain on the plants grow, and then it cycles around again. So we don't think in terms of cycle when we're designing. Very few designers do, but we're going to have to.